sure most of you have heard the sad news that Gregg Allman passed away. He, together with his brother Duane, made the Allman Brothers, along with Dickie Betts and some of the other guys, one of the most amazing acts. Duane died so long ago, tragically, in that motorcycle accident. Now Duane's dead too. It's kind of the passing of an era. Anyway, I thought I'd share with you what is one of my favorite songs of theirs, possibly my favorite song, and that's Midnight Rider. Not so hard to play, but really haunting. We'll do that opening and the introduction and the main riff, as well as the two little guitar solo parts. I hope you enjoy this one. Okay, gang, let's go through this in the following order. First, I'll do the acoustic intro, then I'll do the main riff. We'll do that on acoustic as well. We'll do the chords, then we'll do the chords for the bridge, such as they are, and then we'll do the electric leads, okay? So, first things first, let's start out with this main riff. Alright, I'm going to slow that down a little bit. Now, I'm doing it with pick and fingers. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Now, first of all, let's cover the left hand. The left hand is there's only 3 strings, the 4, 3, and 2 strings. You're going to make a D chord, a regular old D, but you're not going to play the top string. You're not going to play that high E. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Okay, that's the 4th is open. On the 3rd, you got the 2nd fret. And on the 2nd, you got the 3rd fret. Okay, and the strumming pattern, or the picking pattern, I'm going to try and slow that down. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the strum. Okay, and the pattern is to play 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and then 4th string again. And then the strum. Again, 4, 3, 2, 4, then the strum. Now you can play this in a couple of different ways. First, you can pick them all, if you want. That's not so bad. That's easy to do. You can also play, this is my preferred method, I use pick and fingers. I'll use the pick on the 3rd and on the 4th and 3rd strings, and I'll play with my middle finger. I'll pluck up on the 2nd string, like so. And yet other people will use their middle finger on the 3rd string and their ring finger or 3rd finger on the 2nd string, like so. Whatever floats your boat on that one, use whatever you find the most comfortable and natural. Let's move on. The main riff is as follows. Okay, so it's all on that D chord, and what you're doing is you're playing a little riff on the 5th string and the 4th string, like so. You'll play the open 5th string. Well, let me just play the riff slowly. Okay, one more time. Okay, and you do want to play this with a pick. I think it's more forceful. Try playing downstrokes as much as you can. All right, so we're playing open 5th string, then on the 3rd fret, and then the open 4th string, strum it, and then the 5th string 3rd fret, and the open 4th string again. One more time, very slowly. And a little bit up to speed. All right, now I've seen some people strum in between. You can do what you want on that, but let me just tell you that I think a lot of the charm and a lot of the haunting nature of this song derives from its emptiness, and it fits with the being a loner and being a midnight rider and all the rest of that stuff. So My advice is to leave it sparse. There's a reason why it was left sparse to begin with. Okay. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it. You do what you want, but that's just my 2 cents. Okay. It does that like 8 times or something. You know, a bunch of those. And then it goes to this. We'll go to a G minor, C major. You can play an A minor or A minor 7th there if you want to, but a C major is going to sound good. And then back to your... Okay, so it goes again like this. We'll lead into it. G minor, C major, main riff. And that's the chords, that's it. Now we'll do the bridge. The bridge does there's 3 pieces to the bridge. There's a little guitar solo, and that's over the main riff, 4 of those. Right? There's 4 of those, and that's the sort of country-ish guitar solo. We'll get to that in a second. And then there's the bridge, and it goes like this. A C to a B flat. Back to a C. B flat. C. B flat. Another B flat. And the riff. Okay, we'll do that one more time. There's 3 of those where it goes C to B flat. The last time, on the 3rd time, it hangs on that B flat for an extra measure. Okay, so again, it's going to be like this. B flat, C, B flat. Here's the 3rd time, C, B flat, and then extra measure of B flat. And the riff. Okay, let's do the electric piece. Okay, let's do the electric piece now. First, we'll do the sort of country-ish solo, and you'll see what it is for when I play it. And it's over the riff, 4 of these. Okay, so it's exactly that. And here is the approximate solo. Now I'm not going to do this note for note. It really feels weird for me doing an Allman Brothers thing note for note because they were so loose and improvised. So I'm not going to do it. But I will show you the riff. It's basically like this. Okay, so there's really only 2 little pieces to it. The first is this little country-ish riff. Now this is played in D. This is a D major sort of lick. And so we're going to use this D major pentatonic box position up here in the 7th position. And it extends between the 7th and 10th, right? So it's that sort of position. We're going to play on the 9th fret. This is the first lick. Well, we'll move into it by playing on the 9th fret 4th string and the 7th fret 3rd string. And then we're going to take that 3rd string on the 9th fret and bend it up. And we're going to hold it. Okay? And now I use my pick and fingers. Where are they? I use my 2 fingers to play like this. And I bring it back down. Okay? So it's a very country-ish lick. So all I'm doing is I'm playing on the 9th fret on the 3rd string, bending that up a full step and holding it. And then I'll play on the 10th fret with this on the 2nd and the 1st strings, and I'll play back and forth. I'll toggle back from first the 2nd string to the 3rd string, and then the 1st string to the 3rd string, like so. It's kind of a pedal steel lick. Okay, and you can shorten that by playing the whole thing, or by playing part of it. You can play with picking fingers or just the pick. You let your experience and your sound be the guide. And let me know if you want to do a specific lesson on that in particular, the pedal steel lick. But that's basically the first thing. That's all he's really doing. And then the last part goes kind of like this. Okay, so we're just walking down that pentatonic scale off of that lick. So that's on the 3rd string 7th and 4th string 9th. And then we're going to walk down. We're going to play this. We're going to play on the 4th string 7th and the 5th string 9th, 5th string 7th, 5th string 5th. Walk right down to that D on the 5th string 5th fret. That's the solo, okay? Nice little countrified thing. Doesn't try and do too much, which makes it really nice. Okay, the next part is over the bridge, and it's 3 of these C to B flat. The first one, or the high one, we'll do that one first, is kind of like this. On the C chord, you're going to play this. I'm going to put some echo on it too. Okay, so that's way up here at the 12th fret. We're going to play 2nd string 13th fret, and then 12, 13, 15. Okay, now when it shifts to that B flat chord, you play this. Okay, and that is on the 1st string, we're playing 10, 11, 13, and then 12. Kind of an interesting lick. Okay, and basically that's it. That's all the guitar is doing. So like this on the C. On the 3rd one, it just does this. And it just hangs on it on the 3rd time around. And then what I did was I played on the 5th, right around the 5th fret, I played 5, 5 on the 2nd and 3rd and dragged that up to 7, 7. Which is going into that D lick. Which kind of makes sense, right? We're going from a C and slowly getting back into the regular groove. Now what's that second guitar doing while the first one's playing on the bridge? It's doing this. Okay, and that at least over the first 2 is if you think about in the 5th position here, we're playing on the 2nd string 6th fret, dragging that up a whole step, and then hitting it and coming down to the 6th and the 5th. And then we're playing this. So to do that one, on the 2nd string we're playing 6, 8, 6, 5, and then on the 3rd string 7th we're bending up and then bringing it down. So the first 2 times you do exactly that. And the 3rd time you just kind of do this. Okay, so it's pull up on the 6th. And then sliding up to that D at the end. So pulling up on the 6th, bringing it down, come to the 5th on the 2nd string, 7th on the 3rd string, 5th on the 3rd string, give it some vibrato, slide up, and let it fade into oblivion along with the Midnight Rider into your... And that's it for all the parts. Okay, gang. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one today. And Gregg and Duane, I hope you're jamming somewhere. All right. We'll see you on down the road.